Hello, this is a short video which will give you the answers to quiz number 2. If you haven't turned in quiz number 2, why please don't go over this, view this until after you've submitted your answers to quiz number 2, but this is the answers for quiz number 2. First, there seems to be some confusion with some people between the terms, some of the terms I'm using. When I use the term proper or major proper, that means the collect, epistle, and gospel and the proper preface for a particular holy day. When I use lessons, lessons refers to the Psalms, the Old Testament lesson, the New Testament lesson for the daily offices. So don't get that confused. There's a difference between the propers of the Mass and the lessons for the daily office. And also remember, I did send out a definition of terms handout, and if you have any questions about that, go over it. And if you have any further questions, let me know. All right, the first quiz question was: the prayer book says that Fridays are days of abstinence. The calendar doesn't list Friday, December 30th, 2016 as a day of abstinence. Is this correct? Yes, this is correct. The rubric is on page 51, Roman numeral 51, a table of fasts, and it's listed as number 3. All of the Fridays in the year except Christmas Day and the Epiphany, or any Friday which may intervene between those feasts. So for us, those days are not days of fasting. Some people did say between Christmas and the Epiphany, but just remember, it also includes Christmas and the Epiphany. I know that's one of those things, inclusive or exclusive, that most of us I don't think use, but I do remember being taught. Which of the following days is not a prayer book holy day? Well, it is, in this case, C, the bestowal of the American Episcopate. It's not a prayer book holy day, but it is a very important day in the history of the province, and I think I mentioned this before when Archbishop Morris was consecrated bishop. 3. What are the collect or collects read this year on the Feast of St. Michael and All Angels? Well, the collect for that day is the collect of St. Michael and All Angels. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Question 4, though, is what collect or collects should have been read if the Feast of St. Michael fell on a Sunday? Now, in that case, the Feast of St. Michael, the collect for the Feast of St. Michael would have been followed by the collect for the Sunday in Trinity. Again, the rubric here is on Roman numeral page 51, the tables of precedence. And you see there just above where it says a table. On these holy days, the collect, epistle, and gospel for the feast shall be used, but on the Sundays, the collect for the feast shall be followed by the collect for the Sunday. So, just to be clear, I think you understand this, but just to be clear, if it fell on a Sunday, you would use the collect for St. Michael, followed by the collect for the Sunday, but the epistle and the gospel would be the epistle and gospel for St. Michael. And again, the definition of terms explains what is meant by commemorating a feast and celebrating a feast. So that's it for the answers for quiz number 2. And it looks like it's just going to take 4 minutes, and so I'm going to say goodbye now and go on to my next lecture.